Hey guys, what is going on? So today I have a different kind of video. So today I'm going to be showing all my CDs in vinyl that are thrash metal. So, yeah, I know I've already done my album collection videos in the past, which turned out really shitty. And I probably want to redo those sometime when my vinyl collection's a little bit bigger. I say once I reach maybe like 50 records, then I'll start redoing all that shit. But, this is just a small one. I'll probably start doing like stuff by genre, I guess, like in my album collection. And then I might take down my old ones for the album collection before or not now, but when I redo it in the future. But this is just showing all my thrash stuff. So I didn't put any groove metal in here, so there's no Pantera or Lamb of God, since I don't really count this as thrash. There's only one band in here that might not be considered thrash, but yeah, and nice. So should I start? Fuck it, I'll just do it in like. I'll start with that band. So this is my only album by Sepultura, even though they're one of my favorite metal bands. So this is Arise. I really fucking enjoy this album. I like how it's kind of dark compared to, Sepultura. They're kind of band where they're not like a bright band. There's something about this album just gives it this kind of lonely vibe, which is weird for a thrash album. But I don't know, they put a lot of emotion into this album, but it still sounds very brutal for a thrash metal album. And I said this might not be considered thrash because there's also a lot of death metal in here, but I still call it thrash. But yeah, so many great songs like Arise, Dead Embryonic Cells, Desperate Cry, Murder. One of my favorites on here is Under Siege. But yeah, fucking great album. I gotta get more stuff from Sepultura. I want to get the vinyl box set this summer with birthday money. But yeah. Alright, next we got a fucking classic, but I fucking hate the version of it that I have. Exodus, Bonded by Blood. I would really wish I had the one with the uncensored album cover that has like the two babies connected at the back. That's fucking badass. I want to get a patch of that. But yeah, this is the reissue that has the censored one that just has like a picture of like a crowd or a mosh pit or whatever. There's like a really, really bad picture of the band on the back, like those fucking shorts. Looks very dated, but yeah. Shitty pressing, and it's also tracked very quiet on here, but fucking classic album. So good. There's a lot of really great songs on here, like Bonded by Blood, and Then There Were None. Exodus, A Lesson in Violence, that's my favorite. Piranha, No Love. Just this whole album is fucking great. So yeah. Very good album. Very similar to Metallica's Kill 'Em All, but I kind of like that a little bit better. Next we got Creator. This is just the greatest hits. This is called Love Us or Hate Us. And it's a 2-disc set. It's also a pretty nice quality digipack. But yeah, also I just heard that the Creator, the vinyl reissues were just announced, which I'm very fucking happy about, because I've always wanted, since I got into Creator, I've wanted one of their albums on vinyl, but, their classic albums on vinyl, but they're kind of hard to come by. But yeah, they're reissuing, the first four, so, what was the name of Endless Pain, they're reissuing Endless Pain, Pleasure to Kill, what's after that, Terrible Certainty, and Extreme Aggression. I don't know which one to start with first, because they're all amazing albums, but I'm probably gonna go with Pleasure to Kill or Terrible Certainty, because that's my favorite Creator album, which is weird because not a lot of people talk about that. But if you just like Creator and you don't love them, this is a good thing to get. I got it for pretty cheap, actually, like $20, and there's literally 30 songs on here. There's 5 songs from each of their first 6 albums, so yeah, really good. Next we got all my Slayer stuff. So I've got, even though Slayer are my favorite thrash metal band, I only have 3 records from them. I still really want to get Show No Mercy and Hell Awaits, and I don't really care much for anything after Seasons in the Abyss, other than, their newer stuff is so good, but it's just not as up to par. I might buy the CD for Repentless sometime if I ever come across it for really cheap, but, I wouldn't, go out and buy the vinyl, unless it was, the only 2 relatively newer Slayer albums that I enjoy are God Hates Us All and Cry Solutions, which are pretty good albums in my opinion. Especially God Hates Us All album's kind of underrated. But first we've got Rain and Blood. This is my favorite metal album of all time. I know it sounds like I sound like such a fucking noob or a poser or whatever. I honestly don't care, because I fucking love this album. If I'm in a shitty mood or if having a bad day, I put this album on, and it just puts me somewhere else, and just this world of chaos and shit. That's what this album is like. It's so chaotic. It's really short, but that's kind of one of the things I like about it. It doesn't go on for too long, and the songs on her are just perfect. Angel of Death, Piece by Piece, Necrophobic, Altar of Sacrifice, that's an underrated song, Criminally Insane, Postmortem, and of course the classic Raining Blood. So yeah, Fucking great album. It's just on black vinyl. So yeah. The Slayer album after that, not my favorite Slayer album, but still a good one. South of Heaven. I enjoy this album, but I don't listen to it as much as Rain and Blood or Seasons in the Abyss, which is the next album I'll be showing. But it's still a very good album. They got a little bit slower on here, a little bit less heavy, kind of melodic almost, but not quite. But there's some great songs on here. It's still fast, but it's just a different kind of fast. It's less thrashy and more like, I don't know, it's kind of doomy in some parts, which I like. So yeah, a lot of good songs on here, like South of Heaven, Silent Scream. Live and Dead is a really great one. Mandatory Suicide, that's a pretty kick-ass song title. Dissident Aggressor, very good album. Not my favorite, like I said, but still very awesome. And then the last Slayer album, my second favorite Slayer album, Seasons in the Abyss. Fucking great album. This is, in my opinion, this is the last perfect album they released, and a lot of people won't argue with that because this is probably their last great album. They still had some good ones, like I say, like Christ Illusion, God Hates Us All, but really they haven't topped anything. They haven't really made anything better than this since this album. But yeah, a lot of people said this this is where they stopped evolving, which I can understand. But to me, this album doesn't sound super similar to Rain and Blood and South of Heaven. It's like a combination of both, but a little bit more leaning towards South of Heaven. It's like if they're playing fast, like on Rain and Blood, but with that kind of not melodic sense, but their sound is a little bit more matured on here. And yeah, this also has my favorite Slayer song, which is Dead Skin Mask, which is great. So yeah, there's a lot of other really good ones on here, like War Ensemble, Spirit in Black, Hallowed Point, Skeletons of Society, Seasons in the Abyss. Very good album. Also, black vinyl. Alright, I have one more vinyl, but it's for a different band. I'll just show it with their CDs when I get to them. So, next we've got all my Metallica shit. So I have a lot of Metallica albums on CD. Not all of them are their thrash albums, because I also have a few of their albums afterwards that I don't really like as much. But, you've seen me show this shit in some of my other videos. First, we've got Kill 'Em All. This is a really battered up copy. It's like, yeah, the CD case is cracked. This isn't my favorite, but it's still a good album. You know, I prefer, this sounds very similar to Bonded by Blood from Exodus, and I prefer Bonded by Blood. This one's also very good. This is the first metal CD I ever, not owned, but ever had in, like, my room. So this is my dad's, and I borrowed it, and he never really asked for it back, so I still have it. But, yeah, I can guess I just consider this mine at this point, since I've had it for over, like, 2 years, but, I don't know, he hasn't asked for it back. Very good album, though. I also really like that album cover, although they were originally going to call it Metal Up Your Ass and have, like, a toilet with a hand with, like, a knife coming out of it, and honestly, I think I'd rather have them with that, but what can you do? That'd be a cool t-shirt to get when I'm, like, out of school, when I'm an adult, and I don't have to, like, worry about dress code or any of that shit. Ride the Lightning, very good. One of my third favorite from Metallica. Great album. This is also the album that had the song that got me into metal in general, which is, Creeping Death. I heard my dad play that song, and I fucking loved it. It's a very good album. One of my favorites, like I said. Also, I think this is where they really found their sound, so yeah. I'm trying to get through here a little fast. This video is probably going to be around, like, 20 minutes long. This is the first metal CD I ever bought with my own money. Master of Puppets. Extremely classic album. A lot of people say this is the best metal album of all time. I can see why they'd say that, but personally, in my opinion, it's not the best of all time, but it's still very good. It's my second favorite, and the reason it's not my favorite is because of the next album, which is Injustice for All. This is my favorite Metallica album, one of my favorite metal albums of all time. Very good. They got really dark on here compared to their previous albums. They put a lot more emotion in this album. A lot of people complain about the production, how there's no bass on here, which I don't get, because it sounds more raw, which I like. It's funny, because people say that there's no bass on here, but you can't really hear the bass very loudly on the other albums. But this one's very good. Like, some of my favorite songs on here, like Blackened, the title track, One. I'm actually wearing that song along with the guitar solos. So once I have all that down, I'm probably going to do a guitar cover of that with all the guitar solos. Kick ass. Harvester of Sorrow, Frayed Hands of Insanity, Dyer's Eve. Just an amazing album. Alright, now we've got the Metallica albums I could care less about. Black Album. I don't really like this album that much, to be honest. It's not because it's not thrash, I just don't like this album. It's in really shitty condition because I bought it used for like $5. But yeah, it's okay. I don't know. And then I have the First Load. I don't have Reload. There's a few songs on here that I enjoy. Like, I enjoy 2x4, The House That Jack Built, Ain't My Bitch. Mama Said. There's some good songs on here, but it's not a great album. But it's not, I don't think that they really sold out on this album. They just kind of changed their sound. But yeah. Alright, next I have Death Magnetic. Some people like to hate on this album. I don't think it was terrible, but I don't think it was great. I prefer this over the newest one, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I couldn't get into that one just because I'm into more hardcore shit by now. I'm into like death metal and grindcore and heavier thrash, but I thought this was good. This is a good album if you're like a newer metalhead and like you're just getting into it. This is a good album to listen to. So yeah, it's pretty good. There are some good songs on here like Broken Beat and Scarred or All Nightmare Long, but yeah. Alright, this is probably, I could really care less about this one. This is Through the Never, the soundtrack. It's a live album, and it's okay. I don't know. I don't like James Hetfield's vocals on here, because his vocals aren't raspy. He just kind of straight up shouts the lyrics. It's just kind of boring. I like the packaging, though. It's like this massive digipack, but I like how there's like fake blood everywhere. I just think it's really cool looking for some reason, because I'm fucking morbid like that, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it's sort of neat, but that's the main reason I haven't like sold this or anything, or gotten rid of it, but I don't know. Alright, next up we've got all my Megadeth stuff. First, this is a box set that has their second to their sixth album, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sixth album. It's a shame there isn't Killing Is My Business. In my opinion, they should have cut off Euthanasia and put in Killing Is My Business, because that's a very good album. It'd be nice to have that on vinyl. That's one of my favorite Megadeth albums. But yeah, it's got Peace Sells, So Far So Good So What, Rest in Peace, Countdown to Extinction, and Euthanasia. I actually have 2 copies of Countdown to Extinction. This, the one that's in here and a jewel case one. But here's Peace Sells, really good. So Far So Good So What. This is my favorite Megadeth album. I really like how it's like Megadeth's Injustice for All, basically. They put a lot of, Dave Mustaine, I should say, put a lot of emotion into this album, and it's really good. Rest in Peace, everyone's favorite. It's one of my it's probably my second favorite. It's still very good. I don't know, this is everyone's favorite, and yeah, I can't argue. Another one of my favorites, Countdown to Extinction. Very, very good album. In my opinion, this is the last Megadeth album worth listening to if you're not a hardcore fan of Megadeth. But yeah. And then Euthanasia. This album's okay. There's some good songs on here, like A Tout Le Monde or Reckoning Day. Victory is also a very interesting song. But yeah, that's that box set. The packaging is also like falling apart, but I don't know, I've had this for a long time. And then here's my other copy of Countdown to Extinction. I always listen to this one. This one is very good. This is a very good album. I'll go more in depth than I did on the little one in the box set. So yeah, this has got some of my favorite songs on here, like Foreclosure of a Dream, Sweating Bullets, Psychotron, Ashes in Your Mouth. Ooh, Captive of Honor, that's a really good one. Yeah, it's a really great song. Great song. Great. This is the song, and it has albums on it. Yeah, this is a good album. Alright, and this is the first Megadeth CD I got. It's just a greatest hits compilation. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't like how the remaster. I forgot to mention on that box set and on Countdown to Extinction. I don't like really the remasters. They sound kind of shitty. It's specifically Rest in Peace. I prefer the original mix, but it's not terrible. And the remake, I think they remixed them even further for this compilation. But it's still good, and if you're just getting into Megadeth, this is a good place to start. I mean, it's got all the classics: Holy Wars, Peace Sells, In My Darkest Hour, Sweating Bullets, Symphony of Destruction, Wake Up Dead, Hangar 18. All those great songs. But yeah, pretty nice. I also like how it's like there's like that bomb thing there. But yeah. All right, and I have 2 copies of Dystopia. One I have it on multiple formats. It's not because I love it. It's just I have the CD and the vinyl because the vinyl came free with the CD. But here's the CD. It's an okay album. It's probably, I'd say this is the second best newest thrash, like the second best newest album from the Big Four. I'd say the best newest album from the Big Four is Repentless, but from Slayer. And so here's the vinyl because it came with like a code for a free vinyl. It took like 3 months for it to come. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I don't listen to it super often, but I listen to it occasionally, like once every few months. It's okay. This is also the first album I ever got on vinyl because I got this before I had a turntable. But yeah, I mean, the only song I hear that I ever come back to super often is Bullet to the Brain because the lyrics of that song are very interesting. But yeah, really great album. Alright, now, what's left? Alright, the only thing we've got left is all my Anthrax shit. I've got quite a lot of their CDs because Anthrax is one of my favorite bands in thrash metal. Okay, so I don't have the first album, Fistful of Metal, but I do have the second one, Spreading the Disease. I used to think this album was kind of boring, but and just okay. But I listened to it the other day, a few weeks ago, and I was like, holy fuck, this is actually a really good album if you listen really closely. But yeah, there's some good songs on here. Really, there's a lot of catchy hooks on here too, like on like Madhouse or Bone Justice, Aftershock, Gung Ho. That almost sounds like a Slayer song. It's a really fast song, but yeah, not as heavy as their other stuff, but still very good. That one's got some more speed metal than thrash metal. And then they went full on straight up thrash on this one. The thing I like about Anthrax is that they're a little bit goofier than the other thrash bands. This album is just a classic. It's a lot of people's favorite, and it's like their Rain in Blood or Master of Puppets or Rest in Peace, basically. Really great songs on here. It has the song that got me into them, which is Indians. Just a kick-ass album. The production's also very nice on here. Alright, now we have my personal favorite Anthrax album. A lot of people like to hate on this album, which I don't understand why. They say it's like a watered-down version of a Mongolian, which I could understand, but I kind of like it, mostly because of nostalgic reasons. State of Euphoria. This is a really good album. It's not their best, but it's my favorite. Like, it's got some great songs, like Be All End All, Out of Sight, Out of Mind, Make Me Laugh, Antisocial, Who Cares Wins, Schism. So, yeah. Alright, the last album with Joey Belladonna before he left the band for a short period of time in the 90s. Not really a short period of time, but in the 90s. Persistence of Time. They got more angstier and darker on here and less goofy, which I like, but this isn't my favorite from them. I don't know, something about it just doesn't click with me. I don't like how the songs are a little bit longer. Like, most of the songs I hear are around like 7 minutes long. I don't know, not that that's a bad thing, but like, I don't know. But there's some really good songs I hear, like Time or Belly of the Beast, Got the Time. That's a more punky song. In My World is also really good, but yeah, this is very good. Alright, now I have 2 of the John Bush albums. This is the first Anthrax CD I ever got, Sound of White Noise. They want more like a post-metal, kind of grungy kind of vibe on here, which I actually kind of like, and I like John Bush's vocals. Armored Saint is a pretty good band. And yeah, there's just some great shit on here, like Potter's Field, that's an underrated song. Only is like the most popular song that they ever did with John Bush. 1,000 Points of Hate, Burst. This is a great album. A lot of nostalgia, kind of negative nostalgia from middle school, because this album brings back some bad memories, but I don't know. This album, when I first got it, I thought it was the shit, and now I think it kind of sucks. This is We Come For You All. It's okay. I like the drumming on here on songs like What Doesn't Die or Black Dahlia, but it's an okay album. I don't know. Alright. This is like a compilation of greatest hits. I don't listen to it super often, but this is Madhouse, the best of Anthrax. It's basically got all the hits from the early Belladonna albums, so it's okay. Last CD I have to show is For All Kings. This was a pretty good album. It had some filler on it, but it wasn't terrible. I like the packaging. It's a cool digipack. I also like that album cover. It's pretty sick. But one of the things I like is the disc, which I'll show in a second. It has like the logo kind of etched on. Pretty sick. So yeah. But yeah, that's all my thrash metal shit. I know I sound like a noob because it's mostly Big Four stuff, but I'm not one of those people where they're like, oh, I love thrash metal, and the only bands I can name are like the Big Four. I also like, like Overkill, Testament. I already showed an Exodus album. I was about to say Exodus. Sodom. I gotta get Agent Orange. That's such a damn good album. I like all that great shit. Or like, I also really like. I'm trying to think of more bands that I really like. Destruction. I also like a lot of crossover thrash. I have a shit ton of Suicidal Tendencies CDs, but I didn't include that because this was strictly thrash metal. Also, one cool thing I forgot to show. This is actually straight up like an actual. I forgot how I got this. Who was it? Somebody that my dad knows. Like, it was like does photography for. Like, has a friend who does photography for bands, and somehow I got a hold of this. So this is an actual photograph of like Scott Ian performing on stage. I just think that's a really kick-ass bonus, but yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, like all glossy, kind of sticky, because I don't know. But yeah, really cool. So yeah, I love thrash metal. It's my second favorite subgenre of metal. My favorite being death metal with fucking like Death, Obituary, Morbid Angel, Autopsy, Nile, Dying Fetus. Who else is there? I guess maybe Napalm Death. I don't know. Yeah, really great shit. So yeah, that's my thrash metal collection as of now. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and maybe I should do this with hardcore punk. I might do it with death metal. I don't have a lot of death metal albums currently right now. I'll probably do it with hardcore punk next. That's gonna be like a half hour. That's gonna be like an hour-long video. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.